great. Right now, one week, uh, 1 week in Vegas, taking taking a relax, finishing the preparation, and feeling great. So that's it.
Perfect. Perfect. It's great to speak with you. And going into this fight with Alexander, I know you might disagree, but it seems a bit more personal. I know he said some things about the flag, your hair, but I feel like I know the answer. You won't really care about that stuff. You sort of just see it as a fight, regardless of what he said, right?
Like you said, I really don't care about his speaking, but I have to say just only one thing. If you don't know personally uh other person, how you can speak about like his personality, like who I am, or that guy really don't know who I am, and he don't know me. So how he can speak about me like I'm some fake samurai, which I didn't never said about myself. I'm just sharing every time the these rules and all these ideas, which is helpful for everybody. And it's funny. It's funny, and there's no reason to have a respect for him after these talking. That's all. That's all what I can say.
Mm. One of the big stories in the last few years, especially with USADA, was how often you were drug tested. And now the UFC have a new drug testing program. I wanted to ask you, have you found it very different? Because a lot of stories were going on about how many times you were tested, but I
Yeah.
feel like this one is a bit different. So have you found many differences or not?
I found that just only one difference is that I was tested after that change. I was tested just 1 or 2 times. They visit me, so it's it's much better. It's much better. Yeah.
Hmm. A big thing about your surname is sort of confuse fans because obviously we see it in English as BJP and in Czech I believe it translates to Bomi Chakpa if that's not right and
Bombiak picture.
Bombi Picha. Okay, so for those in English, this sort of translate to something to do with bombs. Is it like bombs them all, or how do we?
Man, man, translate it, please translate it like the meaning of that is to be the best version of yourself, of ourself. So that mean for me, it means like best Jiri Prochazka.
Ah.
Yeah, to be the best version of yourself every time. And that's all. That's about it.
Hmm. I was reading a fascinating story of that you were obviously in your about 17, 18 years old, and you were a big fan of your football team, Bruno. And this is before you discovered mixed martial arts. And I know you were involved in a lot of street fights, but you were actually involved in one 30 versus 30 big fight. What was this like? Was this the only time you had this? Was it just a one-off, or did you have these 30 versus 30 brawls regularly?
No. That was only this fight, and there was like many street fights, and once I get this experience, so it was for me great experience. Great experience. Yeah.
Do you ever go back to the football games and see any of the guys that you used to run in with or not?
Uh, Not too much. Not too much. Now it's not no time to to do these things. I'm just visiting my old friends who I grow with them, and and I changed like I said, I since I started with martial arts, I changed my life totally. So so that's why I'm speaking about these rules, samurai principles, and all these things about to make it, to give it in your daily life, to be a better person every day, to be the best person of your version.
Mm. Speaking of again changing your lifestyle, I read a funny story, I believe, from your friend and manager Michael, and he said that there was one party in particular where you drank champagne from a vacuum hose and vodka through a motorbike exhaust. Is this story true? And there's any similar ones like this before?
Man, why he said that? I don't, he said that to you?
No, I was trying to do some research on you just to see your party days, if there was any
Okay, okay.
stories. And this was one of
Man, that was after one fight in a Japanese organization, Rising. And so every time I'm celebrating with my friends from my village, and it's every time it till my 30-year-old, it was every time wild, totally wild. And it still is, because the celebration have to be like really something. So so yeah, I did many many more crazier things than this, and but yes, that's true. That's true.
I know those days are obviously past you now, and drinking champagne from a vacuum is pretty crazy. But is there anything crazier that you did than that, or was that the craziest?
Like I said, there was many more crazier thing, but I don't want to speak about that right now.
Hmm. When I go back to almost 2 years ago now, when you won the world title against Glover Teixeira, there's a big, very popular English boxer over here, Tyson Fury, and I remember seeing a video of Tyson Fury congratulating you on the phone, and I wondered, do you have a history with Tyson Fury? Is this the first time you spoke to him? Because it sort of seemed like a strange link up, right? None, MMA
Yeah,
fans, boxing fans didn't expect that.
yes, that's right. That's right. No. That was the just only that was our first to see each other, and and there was some some guy who was the manager of him, or some security guy who worked with him. So he connected us, and after fight we spoke together.
Hmm. I don't know if you're a big boxing fan, but he's got a big boxing fight the month after you. He's fighting Aleksandr Usyk. If you follow boxing, are you going to watch this? And do you have a prediction for it?
I'm watching boxing sometimes when there is a good fight, but Fury is Fury is great, but I like Usyk too, Usyk styles too. So let the better win. I don't want to predict. I don't want to predict, and I don't want to 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 predict one of these guys to win. Let the better win.
Hmm.
I like them both.
Just two more questions for you. I know you're a busy man. Going back to, I think it was around when John Jones won the heavyweight title last year. I remember seeing a good picture of you and Conor McGregor at the UFC Apex when he was filming The Ultimate Fighter. And the reason I ask is because he was very supportive of you when he won the world when you won the world title, and now he's looking to fight hopefully in the summer. What do you think of Conor's comeback? Because as you will know from a long return away from surgery, it can be quite hard, right? So are you excited, and
Yeah.
do you think he will be great again?
Like I said in the past interview, if he, and I believe it it's in him, if he find again, and he when he turned back to training in the old ways, he will he can win every fight. How old is he right now, Conor?
I think he's approaching 35, maybe 36.
Now that's a good age. That's a good age, great age to make to work with his body. If he will be healthy and everything will be good. So I believe in him. I'm a big fan of him. So from his start.
And just last one, and some fighters are different. They like to take things fight by fight, and some fighters like to sort of map out their year. If things go to plan for you at UFC 300, do you think about the next one maybe going straight in for a title shot, or are you just completely focused on Aleksandr Rakic?
Uh, like I said many times, every time my fight is the title fight for me. Yeah. So right now, this fight, especially after my last fight, is for me the most important. The most important because I was born to win the fights, to accept my losses, to find to the way how to learn from it, and to be the best version of myself. That's all. And if I'm looking for the title fight, after this fight we can talk about that.